Hello, 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 everybody. I'm back for for today. I know it's been a minute, but schedule's been a bit hectic and stuff have been happening. I mean, not really for me, but more so, I guess. I saw that big. I thought about streaming sometimes last week, but I saw like a big VTuber charity streaming thing was going, and that Moblin was a part of it. So I didn't want to. I mean, I don't really think I'd siphon views, but I didn't really want to bother that because I saw a few people I follow streaming that or doing things for that, so I figured I would wait to stream for a bit. I guess it was my main thought process on that one. But nothing too crazy's happened with me. I'm doing good actually. Yeah, no, I can't think of too much. I hung out yesterday with some friends. I bought American Psycho on Blu-ray, and I got the Steins Gate manga adaptation. So I am very happy with my purchases. Oh, also I had Outback Steakhouse for the first time, and I am really pissed that no one told me how good Outback Steakhouse was. Don't get me wrong, pricey, but holy shit. It's the one time I've had like a meal that's like in the $20 range, and it's like it feels actually worth it. Cause god damn, that was a fucking meal, is what that was. Holy shit. But yeah, nothing too crazy has been going on with me as of late. You know, just same old. I go into work, I do my shit, I come home, I relax, I try talking with people sometimes. Nothing too crazy to it. But let me get read-only memories open, and we're gonna have to repeat some of the stuff we did towards the end of last stream, because I had to leave suddenly last time. Hopefully that doesn't happen this time. I don't think it will. Sorry, I thought I felt a sneeze coming on, but I guess I decided against it. Sure. I'll get read-only memories open. That's on the right thing. Okay, I'm just making sure it's actually popping. Whoa, 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 don't full screen on me. Make sure it's actually showing up. Yes, it is. Okay. Alright. For 2064, because I don't stream often enough to be doing 2 games, so I actually want to commit to this. If I'm remembering right, at the end of last time we found out that Turing's creator was actually killed, and we're about to investigate a case where someone keeps changing articles to make them more extreme than they actually are. And the first lady we went to, we talked to fine, but she got killed, but I didn't save at that point, so... let me see, did I save after? Yes, I did. I think I did the corpse, so I'm gonna stick with that. Or let me, I really wish I could cancel. Yeah, home. Let me just check if I have multiple saves. Okay, so I see, yeah, I have this one. Okay. Yeah, this one's following what Tomcat told me, the other one's going to Flower. Okay. Then I know what my thinking was. That was in case I can't do both. I figure I should try doing both of them on separate things to see where they lead.
The COS.io Corporation office building.
Yep.
It looks like most of the businesses on this block are a part of the same corporate coalition under COS.io.
Alright. Is that important?
Well, perhaps. At the very least, it means it's unlikely they're the ones interfering with
Pepsi.
Augmented Eyes articles. Not impossible,
Sorry if the
but unlikely.
drinking was loud. Further afield? Yeah, I guess we'll have to look further afield.
That makes sense.
Because I remember the talk he had last time, so I don't want to repeat it. Basically, if I ask how so, he goes, well, since they all work for the same people, they basically have a checks and balance type system to where none of them want to fuck each other over too badly, because then it affects the whole megacorp. Open the door.
The MeshNet says Augmented Eye's SF office is run by an individual named Zin, and Tomcat confirmed she's expecting us.
Okay.
All we have to do now is head up and talk to her.
Okay.
No shenanigans this time.
That's the hope. Zen's IK-47 Executive Series ROM, designed for office and high-level account maintenance. Whoa. Whoa, hold on. I gotta keep an eye out. Thank you, Ivy. Thank you for the follow. Hi. I will do so when I get a moment. I will do so when I finish up here. But thank you for the follow. How are you? Talk to Zen.
Oh, hello. Welcome to Augmented Eye.
Yep,
You must be the journalist my network admin said would be showing up.
that I am.
Have a seat. Would you like a drink?
You know what? Water would be nice.
My assistant will bring it right away.
Thank you.
Look, I'll start off by saying I'm a little uncomfortable about bringing in another journalist to look into this.
Alright.
Whatever you dig up, I'll have to explain to the rest of the press. But it's still better than the other options. Chances are I have another corporation scoping out my territory.
Alright.
If they aren't in the coalition, they'll be expecting a corporate spy, not a news hound. If they are in the coalition, it won't look good for me to send in my own reporters against my allies. Even if I do end up being right. So if I'm damned either way, I'd rather it be by the media.
Interesting sword to die on, but I guess fair enough since you also work in the field.
At least then we can fight back on a familiar battlefield.
Fair enough.
Now, what do you know about our problem here?
Yep, someone is tampering with your articles on the mesh.
That's the long and short of it. My network admin is pulling their hair out over it. I'm not going to pretend I understand everything they say, but from what I understand, the changes to our articles aren't being made from inside our network. The versions on our servers are still the originals, but at some point after they hit the mesh, they get changed.
I see.
I'm hoping that you can do some digging, maybe hit up your contacts and get a lead on who might be doing it. Even if I have to get answers from the nightly news, it will be a big help.
Let's see. What kind of changes are being made? Why are you so sure this isn't an inside job? And do you have any idea where I should start looking? If I remember, yeah, I think I asked this last time, and I think they answered along the lines of like, I think they answered along the lines of like they're making their takes more extremist than they actually are. So like, an article of theirs could state a dislike of the human revolution, but then someone tampers the article to make it even like a stronger, more intense dislike. If I'm remembering correctly. Let me ask. I guess I should still ask that. Because I feel like, you know, even though I retain that, I don't know if the, no. Let me ask a new one. Let me see, do you have any idea where I should start looking?
Not really. My admin says that only someone with intimate access to Parallax's network protocols could make these kind of changes as something passes across the net.
Okay.
Personally, I think it's a clever hacker rather than someone inside Parallax itself. The public trust rating of Parallax makes them look like a saint among wolves, so their control over the mesh network provisions is strangling. It's trivially easy to set up ROMs to use a different OS than LIPS or a different meshnet protocol without that trust.
Alright.
Or, you know, Parallax is abusing its power to spread pro-tech propaganda. Doubtful they need to. I'm sure you'll be a good journo and bring me back the right answer.
Yep. Oh, okay, so, yeah, alright. Yeah, I think she said she mentioned, like, investigating everyone or something, or there's only, like, one person who would know how to do stuff. What kind of
Mostly
changes?
little things. Word choice, tone of the writing, things that make the writer appear more or less extreme on a topic.
Okay.
So far, almost all of the edits seem to be making our articles more positive on new technologies coming out, and more critical of organizations like the Human Revolution.
Gotcha.
That's actually what tipped us off. A harsh criticism one of my writers made about the Human Revolution protests was changed to be downright vitriolic, and I had a hell of a time putting out the fires. My writers and readers aren't exactly fans of them, but I'd rather not pick fights with the Human Revolution if I don't have to.
Fair enough.
I guess I'm not, but my network admin assures me it's all coming from somewhere else.
Could be the
They told
network
me that they
admin,
tore
but-
out all of the routers that broadcast to the mesh and replaced them with fresh ones.
Okay.
All kinds of tricks involving IP addresses and DNS changes that I'm not going to even begin to claim to understand. I pay them big bucks, so I'm inclined to believe them unless you dig up something that tells me otherwise.
Again, I can't say anything besides fair enough on that. That's a
I know
start.
tin hat conspiracies aren't an ideal start, but it's the best we can do with the info we have. Anything else I can tell you, off the record? If you want it on the record, it'll cost you your firstborn and a really good cigar.
Oh yeah, know if anyone else has articles being manipulated?
Alright, look. I wasn't going to tell you this. If it gets out, I'd have to answer some really hard questions. So, you didn't hear this from me.
Right.
You might want to go check out TMI Entertainment and Charlie Nova.
Alright.
That's all I'll say. And remember, you take a bite out of him with my name as your defense, I drop you fast.
Think of any reason why you're being targeted?
Like what? There isn't much more I can tell you about Augmented Eye, really. It's a fairly simple and straightforward operation, if I say so myself. We started off in Venezuela as a sleek current events and news organization in 2055. Almost 10 years ago now.
Alright.
We focus on more in-depth reporting of on-the-street happenings, on top of major news. We are one of the few good ones left. Once folks in other cities saw the type of reporting we do, they all clamored for it.
Right.
They invested in the right places and it paid off. COS-IO Corp is happy to have us here in the OSF. It wasn't until hybrid tech started hitting the public sphere that we had to make any changes to our model. All of that said, I can't see why anyone would target us. Unless they're just trying to embroil us in a mudslinging match with the Human Revolution, and there are much more direct ways of making that happen.
What's the real reason you're bringing in outside help? Your own journalist should be able to handle digging up some dirt on a hacker.
What? Not wanting to answer prying questions from my coalition board isn't a good enough reason? 'Cause I'd really like to avoid that. And look, you've covered culture wars, right? My
Yes, ma'am.
journalists are good, but they're mostly good at gadget reviews, implant releases, not taking too many stims so they remember what they did at raves for the after-party reports.
Huh.
This needs an investigative journalist with serious contacts, not tech personalities. The fact that my network admin recommended you to me means you probably know the right people.
Kinda weird how you talked about your company being an on-the-ground review type group, and then the next sentence talked about them being nothing but tech personalities. I feel like you're hiding things from me on that, but maybe I'll get answers on that later. Or not, I don't
Now,
know. I know what
does that
happens
cover
to you.
it?
I don't know if you're
I'd
gonna
like
be
to
around.
remove my nose from your ass.
Well, keep it there for a bit longer. Such a toxic answer to give someone on that. That's it for now. I'll get back to you if I have more questions.
No, don't bother. In hindsight, I probably should have been a bit more circumspect about speaking to you.
Alright, well, give me a moment then, because I need to blow my nose, so I'm muting my mic.
Plausible deniability and all that.
Forgot to unmute myself, but I'm back. Just had to blow my nose, because I was sick of having to sniffle it up.
I won't ask you to lie in anything you write, but do remember you got in contact with me not even secondhand, but third-hand. I certainly didn't sick you on anyone. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, or whatever. If you need anything else, have your person get with my person. Don't come here directly. Now,
Got it.
I'd show you the door, but you know the way. And this isn't the only fire I'm trying to put out.
I didn't even
Good
get
luck,
my water.
And goodbye.
Well, that was more confrontational than I'd have expected, considering she was the one needing help. She never brought you that water either.
Thank you, Terry.
Is it always like this?
She knows the game, but we didn't walk away with nothing. People don't usually give away much. Secrets are expensive. Without lies, there wouldn't be much to write about. Yeah, people don't usually give away much. Secrets are expensive.
Very true. I will admit that I am interested in the possibility of a link back to Parallax. If all of this really is due to somebody manipulating the meshnet on the inside, it may give us the leverage we need to find out what happened to Hayden once and for all.
Okay.
That said, I will take care not to get my hopes up. We should make no assumptions when investigating, lest we lead ourselves down a false path.
Alright.
Anyway, seems like our next step is... What the...
Oh, wow, she doesn't... Yeah, she ain't coming back. That wasn't even gonna land onto the car.
That's Sin!
Yeah, that's game, set, and match.
She was defenestrated. Emergency services are already on the way, and we are severely ill-equipped to help her. We should head back to her office and see if we can determine what happened here.
Probably
Perhaps
not.
we can still dispense justice. This is how we dispense justice, right?
Find out who did the crime, yep.
It looks like the desk has been cleared off. Let's take a look around, but be careful not to disturb any evidence.
Right.
Police will be here soon.
Let me save. That way, you know, in case something happens, I don't have to do this a third time. Toecat. It's the Toecat save now. Alright. Flawless foliage hath fallen.
Even a ROM like that doesn't deserve an end like this.
Yeah, they fucked that dog up. I didn't even I thought that was a hole in the desk, not the dog.
Her personal computer is not password protected at the
Excuse me.
moment. Give me a moment to look through her files.
Okay,
Best to keep your fingerprints off of the keyboard.
that's the plan.
Most of this isn't very interesting. Committee reports, financials, article submissions. Oh, here we go. According to this email between Zin and her network admin, her lead on TMI Entertainment is a little more solid than she led us to believe. The admin ran a web crawler looking for changes in writing styles. Some blog posts by their head anchor Charlie Nova stood out like a sore thumb.
Alright.
Apparently he's a bit pompous, if in an affable way, and his blog usually just details his day-to-day life. But ever since the human revolution has been in town, he's been smearing them with more venom than you'd expect, considering how neutral his on-air reporting has been. Zinn seemed to think he was just complaining about the protesters fouling up traffic, and whoever is manipulating these posts spun it to make him look critical of the movement as a whole. Just like the augmented eye journalist. This Charlie fellow is the one we need to talk to.
Honestly, if I have a theory, I think it's just whoever the hacker is like part of a higher group trying to create a culture war around the idea of human revolution versus tech. You know, kind of like how a lot of the culture war stuff nowadays seems falsely manufactured. Not to benefit the actual things itself, you know, but to give grifters something to bitch about in a paycheck. I guess what I mean by modern stuff being falsely is just people not actually... Yeah, no, that is exactly what I mean. Basically, the people who actually do the culture war stuff don't really care about it. Like, I guess to give a real example of what I can think of, like, the whole Stellar Blade sexy costume thing, like, no one, like, realistically wanted to do that culture war, but, like, grifters just saw a cheap chance to be like, ah, well, sexy outfit, it lead to feminism bad, and then they saw the dollar signs and fucking activated it. Yeah, no, I don't have a high opinion of culture war stuff. I think the people who actively start that shit and try to instigate it are fucking dirtbags. I'm not gonna say the people who, like, get caught in the middle and reactive to it are. I'm more implying the people who try to start that shit and, like, put gasoline on the fire are the ones I don't care for, not the ones caught in the fire itself. Yeah, I explained that alright. Else here? Picture of a toupee is an odd thing to frame. Oh wait, that's an animal of some kind. Additional broken window.
My thermal sensors only detect a single set of lingering footprints, and they end almost 3 feet away from the window.
Boy.
Considering the density of this glass, I can't imagine Zinn jumped from that far and managed to throw herself through the pane without help.
Hold on. Give me a moment. Sorry, had a bot show up, or at least one I could confirm for a bot. Who tried sending a shady link, so they're gone now.
But who could have done it? I don't see any obvious marks on the floor or any other thermal hotspots.
Right. You're saying no one else was it? I think it's a robot.
Doesn't look like it.
I'll be honest. I didn't think about this the first time doing this section, but looking at it now, it seems like they're sending out a robot of some kind to commit these hits, probably. That way it can't be traced to a person easily. And maybe, like, robots up to this point haven't been capable of murder, but whatever this group is using the same type of thing. Like, maybe, like, how Turing exists is similar to how a killer robot could also exist.
We should go. There isn't anything else here, and the police are almost on the scene.
Well, almost is a strong word, because we're going to turn around and run into someone, if I'm remembering correct.
Son of a...
Yeah.
I should have figured the two of you would be here. You just won't stay out of trouble no matter what I say, will you?
Yeah, no, this one is a total misunderstanding.
I assure you, Detective Rivers, we are merely in the wrong place at the wrong time. We had an appointment with Zinn to discuss a possible lead and found her office in this state of disrepair.
Of course you did. Damn it. Fine. Get the hell out of here before anyone else shows up. We'll chat about the case more when I'm not busy scraping bodies off the pavement. You hear me?
Yep.
Certainly, Detective Rivers. I'll forward you a report of what we know immediately, and we can speak further at a later time.
Yeah, whatever. Get moving.
You got it. I didn't think she would buy it. She wouldn't have for me.
It doesn't matter anyway. Detective Rivers has every bit of information that Zinn gave us on that computer.
Okay.
Her investigation will not be hampered by our absence, whereas ours is halted if we're stuck giving answers she can just as well get from a hard drive.
Well, I didn't ask the first question, so that's a bit interesting that both of them lead to you giving me this rank, because I explicitly chose the second one, because I didn't want you getting pissed off at me again.
Has it occurred to you that whoever threw Zinn out of that window could be after the same thing we are, except to silence the story rather than to get it out?
Yeah, that's quite
We
literally
have
the
little
main
time
reason.
for fooling about and must get to Charlie Nova before something happens to him too. I have highlighted the main Neo SF offices for TMI Entertainment on your map.
Thank you.
Let's go.
I guess we're... Excuse me, I guess this one's just being named Cat. I wonder why it's not... I wonder why it's not translating my key click. Police cruiser is awkwardly parked by the office building. And a bunch of the robots. Yeah, I'm not gonna find anything else here, I don't think. Thick paned floor-to-ceiling window. Inside, there's a bunch of security guards and rows of elevators behind them. You can't go back in. Okay. Well, imagine though. She's like, what the fuck are you doing in? Go to TMI. TMI Entertainment, here we go.
I hope some pity for me still remains, considering my recent tone, because I'm honestly not sure where we should start. I suppose we should just ask the receptionist to point us to somebody who can answer our questions.
Probably. You know anything about TMI Entertainment?
Honestly, you do have your own mesh access, yes? I'm quite certain you can handle all the casual searches you might feel like making. We hardly have time for me to blather out every bit of exposition you desire when you could just go look it up on your own.
Just do a good job of making it concise.
Fair enough. If you think it will save time, I can continue to rattle off these facts when you ask for them. I just ask that you keep your queries to a minimum. We don't have a whole lot of time. Let me pull up the information you requested.
Can you tell me about TMI?
Entertainment is a relatively popular celebrity and gossip news conglomerate. They own OK Today.
Alright.
They did a good job transitioning from the traditional media models of television and news to the net-based model prevalent now. Pioneered by their digital newspaper, OK Today's The Scanline.
Alright.
Some might call their programs rags, but opinion on the mesh seems more favorable than not. They stick to mostly good-natured prying and lean away from the seedier nastiness that paparazzi can get up to.
Well, that's good.
As such, they have a positive relationship with many celebrities and regularly get exclusive scoops that keep their ratings up, despite their refusal to peddle in the darker side of the celebrity news circuit.
Gotcha. Alright. Got it. I know if I ask you about both, you'll be pissed. Look at reception. A hybrid receptionist bobs her on her heels. Either had a long day standing or is just fidgety. Talk.
Welcome to TMI Entertainment Incorporated. Do you have an appointment?
Let me see. I have a story we're about to break and wanted to offer TMI an opportunity to comment. Oh yeah, that one could work. Yeah, no, I'd say that's a good one, actually.
Oh, I guess I should send you to sympathy then? Oh, she'd be pretty mad if someone ran something without her getting a chance to comment. Go ahead and talk to her. She's on the other side of the room. Don't bother the talent though. She hates that.
You got it.
Let's
talk.
Thought I told Nina to cancel all my appointments for the day. I swear that girl couldn't find her ears if I taped them over her eyes. At least she makes a decent cup of coffee.
I totally lied to her. You sympathy? Nina said we should speak to you?
Yes, I am. And if you don't mind, I keep the show running here, so I'll be brief. What are you doing in my building?
We've been given a lead on a story that involves one of your personalities, Charlie Nova. Someone has been manipulating his articles on the meshnet and turning them into scathing attacks against the human revolution.
There you go, Turing.
We're trying to track the culprit, and we need to talk to Mr. Nova to hunt down further leads.
You let your ROM do all the talking for you?
Yep.
Must be one of those new interrogation modules all the fresh meat rave about. Of course I know someone's been modifying Charlie's articles. I'm tracking them down myself. What I want to know is why I should help you snatch the scoop out from underneath me. Super hacker twists meshnet news for personal political vendetta? The clicks basically farm themselves.
You ain't wrong. Yeah, may as well just bring out the Zen.
Zin? Augmented eyes, Zin?
Yep.
What does Zin have to do with this?
She's the one who gave us the lead to begin with. Then, someone threw her out of her office window. We figured Mr. Nova might be next, and we wanted to get to him first.
Holy shit.
See, remembering stuff does come in handy, because I can just... Oh, give me a quick... Alright, I am back. Yeah, so good thing about having played this part before is I can skip the, somewhat skip the superfluous stuff. I still let the Turing be a bit of an ass about me asking for info, but figured it was important to know that type of stuff.
Fine, I'll let you talk to Charlie.
Thank you.
If someone is trying to kill people over this, I'd rather it be out and done with as fast as possible.
Thank you, thank you.
I mean, shit. We're an entertainment scene. Nobody should die for that. But hey, watch yourself with Charlie. He's a pompous clown, but he's my pompous clown. Keep it civil, or I'll throw your ass out and figure this out on my own.
You got it.
Get on it. I need to make some calls.
Let me save. I guess it just takes it a minute to actually register letters. That's interesting. Hello, Charlie Nova.
Fantastic! How fantastic! I just love your ROM. Not quite as stunning as mine, but still pretty grand.
Thank you.
Very sleek, very clean. Bravo. Oh, Sympathy is doing that thing where she waves at me to hurry things up. Right down to brass tacks then, I suppose.
Guess so.
Wait! I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Charlie Nova, host of Tonight in the Stars and Star in the Stratosphere.
Oh,
Watch,
Nova
you
Star,
already
I
knew
get
that,
it.
I'm sure.
That I did.
What can I do for you,
Why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Oh, you flatter me. Yes, you do. I can't imagine you've come all this way just to get my story, have you? After all, I've already published my very own splendid 100% original autobiography, Like a Nova. But I suppose I can give you a quick rundown, even if Sympathy is giving me the stink eye. I grew up here on the mean streets of Neo-SF, but my jocular nature and striking countenance got me scouted for a few small product advertisements.
Alright.
And the rest is not so ancient history. Now I'm the host of the largest celebrity news show on the Mesh, and I couldn't be happier. It's all thanks to my swarms of fans, though. They're the ones who count.
Can you tell me about TMI?
Yes, any additional information on your station would be greatly appreciated.
Well, it's the best damn network on the planet, I can tell you that. We put out top-notch news and entertainment, but with real heart that our competitors just can't match.
Really?
But if you really want to know about TMI, you need to know about Sympathy.
Okay.
It's her pride and joy, after all. Sure, she can be a little acerbic, and sure, she calls me a poofy-haired oaf all the time, but you can really tell she cares, you know? Deep down. I'm not sure if that throat-cutting gesture she's making is a signal to move to another topic or a threat against my physical well-being. So, let's move on. What next?
Have you heard that your stories are getting altered once they get posted to the Mesh?
Oh, it may have come up in the last lunch meeting we had, but Sympathy assured me that it was some kind of technical glitch, and our support people were on top of it.
Okay.
They're top-notch, the absolute best money can buy. So I don't think there's anything more to say on the subject.
We've heard of other people's posts getting altered too? Anything at all? Yeah, let me go with we've heard of other people's posts getting altered too.
That's very upsetting. I hope you've passed along that information to Sympathy.
Yes.
I'm certain our tech people will be able to find the culprit in short order once they know enough about it. I really don't know what I have to do with it, though.
The reason why I think you know more. No, because that's calling him demeaning names. I don't think he'll like that. But I can always restart this if I don't get enough info. See, it was your post they were manipulating, and... yeah, let me see, it was your post they were manipulating.
And that is supposed to mean what? I'm not sure if you're trying to imply that I had something to do with this, or that I'm being targeted for some specific reason, but if you have an accusation to level, then make it known. My time is far too important to be wasted on beating around the bush.
All right, that's enough.
Damn it, I'll have to redo.
Charlie has a show to get ready for. He's told you everything he's going to. So get the hell out of here.
You got it.
If you find anything more interesting than what you've got, come back and see me again. Directly.
Remember, I'm the victim in all this.
Well, that was rough.
Oh man, she looks really cheesed off now. Do you know how snippy she can get? I better get her coffee ready. Maybe that'll calm her down.
We're very sorry if we made your day more difficult. Perhaps I could take the coffee over to Sympathy and we could try to smooth her rumpled feathers.
Yeah, okay, sure. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? You make her even madder? Oh no. On second thought.
It'll only take a minute.
All right, but she takes it with plenty of milk.
Let me see if there's another way I can get more out of him. Let me load, see if that does anything for me.
Fantastic!
Yep.
Not
Ready?
quite as...
Yep.
Very sleek, very... Oh, Sympathy. Right down to brass tacks. Wait! I'm Charlie. But you already knew that. What can I do for you?
Tell me a bit about yourself.
Oh, you flatter me.
Okay,
Yes,
hitting the
you
enter
do.
key does it.
I can't imagine you've come all...
Really wish they had a skip
After all,
dialogue
I've
button
already
if you're
published-
repeating stuff,
But I
but
suppose I can give you... I grew up here
Yep.
on the... And the rest is... Now I'm the host of the... It's all thanks to my
You can tell me about TMI.
Yes,
well, it's the best damn network. We put out top-notch news. But if you really want to know about it's her pride and sure, she can be a
Yep, and she's now threatening you. Or telling you to cut it.
I'm not sure. So, let's move on.
Yep.
What next?
Heard your
Oh, it
stories
may
are
have come
getting
up in the-
altered.
They're top-notch. The app. So I don't think there's a...
We've heard of other people's posts getting altered too.
That's very... I'm certain our tech people... I really don't know...
Duck, I'm sure you're better informed than that, right? You're at the top of this heap, yeah?
It's Charlie. And of course, I'm the leading man around here. Who has said otherwise?
No one.
I'm not quite certain what you think it is that I don't know, but I assure you that I know what it is.
Okay.
You won't be able to trip me up that easily.
Hmm. Someone has already ended up in a hospital over this. Worst comes to worst, I redo it till I find the right route. If they can access, yeah. Let me just bring up the hospital thing.
It's Charlie.
I know.
And Sympathy never mentioned that. But still, she said the tech guys are on top of it, and I'm gonna have to go with her on this. I'm not scared of some boogeyman. This isn't the first time I've dealt with something like this.
Alright.
Security has to throw out obsessed fans all the time. I'm made of sterner stuff than you think.
Zin was thrown out of her office window over this.
It's Charlie, damn it!
I didn't say your name wrong.
And wait, what?
Yeah, someone
What
murdered
on
Zin.
Earth? Okay. I'll tell you what I know.
There we go.
I didn't realize how serious this had gotten. But I'm always glad to play the hero.
Of course.
yeah, sure.
Unfortunately, I really only have conjecture to offer you. Trust me, I'd love to lay down some earth-shattering pronouncement and dazzle you with my investigative skills. But all I've got is flimsy threads at best.
That's better than
The
nothing.
thing is, all this stuff with my stories, stuff getting changed, making me look like I don't like the human revolution or whatever,
Yep.
it started after I had an upgrade made to my VR uplink hardware.
Okay, that's a start. What kind of upgrade?
The technically legal kind. Look, I like to have a good time at a party, right? But Sympathy keeps hammering on me for pounding back too much crash and whatnot. Nothing illegal, but she says it makes me look like shit on camera the next day. So I went to this guy I know, good guy, everyone uses him. He's called Nanya.
The Nunya
He
business.
does great work after just one simple back alley brain surgery, bing bang boom.
Okay.
I can use an app to make my VR uplink have the same effect on my brain that the stims do, without all the nasty physical side effects. It could be a coincidence, though.
Doubtful.
The tech guys didn't find anything wrong with my uplink, and they say the modifications check out. But that Nanya guy does a lot of work for media people around here, so if a bunch of posts are getting changed, maybe that's your weak link. Anyway, that's it.
Fair enough.
Pretty flimsy, but I'll send you the address and you can go talk to him.
Thank you.
If he'll even see you, that is.
He will. Thanks for the help.
Oh, it was no problem. No problem at all. I'm quite happy to assist in any way I can. Just make sure you source me in your article, right?
Of course.
Maybe run a rough draft past me and I'll give you some quotes. I'm certain that'll help signal boost the story all the way to the stratosphere.
Of course.
Give it the old Charlie Nova bump. Anyhow, I really have to get back to work. You wouldn't believe how long it takes to put all this together before a show. Let me know how it goes with the murderous hacker thing. My ROM will call your ROM.
All right.
Oh, go right on through.
Should I try talking? No, I should probably. Let me save first, and then see if talking pisses off sympathy or not. Yes. Right. Hello.
I film for my friends. You'll get very little of me.
Fair enough. All right. Hooray! I didn't make the nervous receptionist's life more difficult. Yippee! Do I have any? Spoiled milk is totally gonna be like a Chekhov's gun. All right, let's go to Nunya's.
This looks
Excuse
like
me.
the spot. I'm awfully nervous and still a bit shaken up. Let's hurry and get out of here.
Actually, I can continue for now. Cactus, Canary, and Nightwit. Hello, you two.
Our aerodynamic assault will rain down on you from the heavenly skies!
Fair enough.
My name has some pretty cool history behind it. We're some badass ladies who'll bomb hellfire on anyone.
Cactus, Canary, and Night Witch. I suppose the Canary is what matches with the Witch, but not sure how much. Gunks.
This is genius. The contrast of the art's colors to the walls, the way the letters stretch out, not to mention the accented punctuation amplifying the outcry. Who are the junks, and to whom are they unworthy?
Take a box of donuts. Fuck it, take the old donuts.
Wait, those are... sure, why not? We're already carrying spoiled milk.
Hell yeah, brother.
I have 16 different health notifications advising against that.
Alright, tough boy. Scribbled shoddily on the building in spray paint. It's not very illustrative. Is there a phrase people say when they see this?
Omae wa mo shinderu.
Huh? Am I stupid? I'm not getting this one. I know it's a Fist of the North Star, but why does that lead to you are already dead? That's the... Is Tough Boy like the antagonist he says that to? I've never watched Fist of the North Star, so I'm not aware of what the reference there is. Nonya's business store. Let's go in.
Hold up there, Speedy.
Well, I suppose that would have been too easy, huh?
I've never seen the two of you around here before, and I know everybody. Why don't you let me know what's going on here first before you start barging through people's doors? Feel me?
Hello? We're just here to speak to Nanya about something.
Just got into town and you're already asking favors from folks, huh? Tisk, 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 my little blue friend.
What? No, it's not like that. Listen, we don't want any trouble, but we're kind of in a hurry.
Trouble? There's no trouble here. We can be friends.
Uh-huh. For what price?
I like this one. You're a little more street smart than your blue bot buddy here, I see.
I am.
No, I like you two. You're cool in my book. And since we're all such good friends now, maybe you'll be willing to give back to the community and do a favor for your new pal Formula first.
What kind of favor?
You see, I'm a budding street musician. Working on my next big hit. Feel me? But I'm sort of stuck on a few lines. I just gotta get these last few rhymes right.
Alright.
Maybe you could share a little of your creativity with me and see what we come up with. And it'll be fun.
Alright. So we can try to help you out a little.
Are you sure about this?
Fuck it.
You know how important this has become. Time is of the essence.
You don't have time to not help me.
Exactly.
Huh?
What do you think would take longer? Helping an up-and-coming singer-songwriter finish a guaranteed worldwide hit? Or you could ignore me and maybe I'll send over an anonymous tip to the Neo-SFPD. You see, I know for a fact that everything inside this shop here is 100% legal. But I bet whatever you got in your mind sure ain't. Even if they didn't find anything, it'd take the rest of the day to iron out.
Yeah, that's what I figured you were gonna do. Well, I didn't think you were gonna call the cops. I figured it'd be more of a threat against me, but yeah, I knew helping you was gonna be less of a pain in the ass than not, so.
People like you don't come down here for anything boring. We clean up good. How well do you cover your tracks when you're in such a hurry, I wonder?
This isn't good. If Lexi in particular gets suspicious and starts tracking us down, things will become rougher for us. Not to mention all the other people it could indirectly affect. This whole case is life or death.
Huh, kind of a dramatic rhyme, ain't it? But
in
I
this
made my
case.
point clear. If you don't help me out, I'll make sure you never get in to see Nanya at all. He's my buddy. Done me a favor or two, so I return him when I'm asked.
I see.
That's how we do things around here.
So I have to fine, we'll help you finish your damn song.
I knew you'd see it my way.
I mean, I saw it your way before, but...
All you gotta do is help me complete my rhymes, you dig?
Oh yeah, I dig, man. I so dig. You asked the biggest crackery cracker to ever cracker to help you write a song? Gonna be the whitest shit man ever conceived of. I'll give you a #1 hit hotter than Taylor Swift ever has had.
A couple of them are just missing a word or two, but if I really want to make this song fantastic, I'm gonna need some killer inspiration.
Of course.
It's gonna be super cred.
I'll give you a #1 that all the white middle-aged women keep jamming to. Don't you worry.
Anyway, you ready for this?
Let me get some more inspiration.
enough. Anyway, you ready for this?
Let's do it.
Gonna give it a shot? That's what I like to hear. Here's the first line I'm having trouble with. You ready?
Okay.
It's my favorite season, only comes once a year. I'll show you the true meaning of, hang on a second.
It's my favorite season, only comes once a year. I'll show you the true meaning of Christmas cheer. My holiday cheer.
It's my favorite season, only comes once a year. I'll show you the true meaning of my holiday cheer. Hey, yeah, that totally works. Great idea, thanks a ton. Here's the next line.
Okay.
Ready? Pay attention now. If you bring mistletoe, you knock me off my guard. And if you want my number,
You want my number? I'll...
You know, for this one, I don't think words are gonna be enough. I'm gonna need some inspiration to make it come together. If If you've got anything to show me that you think will help me out, let me know.
If you give me your card, I'll catch me off guard if I haven't. Maybe the card. I'll give you my card? Yeah, maybe that's it. Let's see. Oh! You're all good? Sorry about that. Person whose room is next to mine had their fan fall, so I helped them get it back up. If the card does. If the ID card or business card do anything?
If you bring mistletoe, you knock me off my guard. But if you want my number, I'll let you scan my ID card. Hey, that totally works.
Well,
Hey,
shit.
thanks so much. I'd never be able to write a song like this without you.
A Christmas-themed love song? Aren't those supposed to be pretty tacky?
All right, now I need your help with just one more line.
You got
I
it.
promise it's the last one. This one's been driving me up a wall. I hope you can tackle it as well as you did the others.
Do my best.
Ready? Here we go. This is harmony. I think we're vibing the same tones. We can ride this beat with a nice pair of, damn it.
I think we're vibing the same tones. We can write this beat with a pair of nice
This is getting embarrassing.
beat
There's
inspiration.
no
don't
way
we?
to salvage this one without some seriously fresh inspiration, yo. Don't lose hope. I'm sure it'll hit us any second now.
Headphones? Yeah, some serious tones from the headphones.
This is harmony. I think we're vibing the same tones. We can ride this beat with a pair of GX Ultra beats. That doesn't rhyme.
No, fuck you. It was
Oh
headphones.
man, you totally. I'm gonna keep thinking, but let me know if you come up with anything new.
Haven't you ever rapped before?
Game, you have it labeled as those damn headphones. Why would I think he's gonna be specific? When I read the ID card, he didn't read my name out. He read ID card. Why would it not be headphones? Because it's the tone. What the fuck? So annoying. Reading the same tones. I think we can share with a pair of... Could have been a pair of headphones. I'm so pissed. I'm actually so annoyed. Okay, I think I need to... Massive lot paper rotten. Mechanical repair skills 23. Yeah, fuck it. I guess I can always hand them random things. Thing with a pair of... Should have been headphones. I'm so annoyed it's not headphones. For sure. Let's see if the donuts do.
This is harmony. I think we're vibing the same tones. We can ride this beat with a pair of yummy Christmas scones.
I'm gonna beat this game within an inch of its life. Donuts leads to a scones beat, whereas fucking headphones don't lead to the tones with the same pair of headphones. Oh my lord, whatever. Whatever, man. I did it. That's all that matters.
He does know those are donuts, right?
Oh, don't worry about it. I got what I needed.
Now that's what I call a tasty beat. That was amazing. I can't believe you pulled it off. Whatever you do for work now, it doesn't matter. You should become a musician. we'd totally become rivals, and I bet you that... On second thought, you keep your day job. This is my territory. You feel me?
I
But
feel you.
You did help out in a huge way, so I guess you're cool.
Thank you.
Go on in and see Nanya whenever you want. I'll just be chilling out here, soaking up the inspiration of my surroundings, baby.
Of course.
Here, you can keep the scones.
Damn it.
It was nice meeting you, Formula.
Hey, you too, little Bob Blue. Hey, that kind of rhymes.
Let's go.
Colossal mess of tangled wires sprawl the floor. Lung augments, spine augments, cybernetic arms, all made by the Dynamo brand. 6 slightly opaque window makes it hard to see the finer details of the operating room, but you can still make out the basics: tables, stretchers, complex-looking surgical equipment, and supply cabinets. Ah, there you are. Let's talk.
Nope.
Yup.
Nope, I don't know you. You got someone willing to vouch for you? If not, get out of my shop.
Just met Formula.
Moolah? That guy's a hoot. Keeps out the riffraff and fakers, too. But seriously, where did you hear about me?
Charlie Nova said I should come talk to you.
Charlie? Yeah, I remember him. That TV guy runs his mouth a lot.
Yippers.
Yeah. Paid good enough. Alright then, what can I do for you?
Charlie said your name is Nonya? No, that leads to a Nonya business. We have something important to add. Yeah, let me see if your name's Nonya.
Sure, if that's what you want to call me. If your credit's clear, you can call me whatever you want. Enough foreplay. What can I do for you?
I just wanted to make sure I was speaking to the right person, not doing anything
A fresh
there.
install, custom firmware, maybe an upgrade. I can pretty much do it all. But most people come in here for VR implants. Turns out brain surgery is expensive, yeah?
Figured. We're here on a different kind of business.
We're in a bad situation. Local news articles are being mysteriously altered after they've been posted to the mesh, even while the originals are still online. Charlie Novas are being manipulated as well, and he pointed us in your direction. It didn't start happening until after he had his implant upgraded.
What kind of parts did you use for Charlie exactly?
What are you, cops?
Nope.
No, worse. You're journalists.
Well, shit.
Get the hell out of my shop! I have a business to run. I don't have time to answer shit about shit that don't got shit to do with me. You found the door before, find it again.
Damn it.
And tell Charlie he can get someone else to do him a rush job when he's back on stims and needs a workaround. He ain't welcome around here anymore.
Give us a moment, please. I don't know about you, but I'm getting tired of being given the runaround by these meatbags.
Alright, calm
We
down.
could just find some bribe or blackmail to get what we want from this Nanya. But I think it's time to take matters into our own hands. I have an idea. Keep him occupied for a few minutes.
How should I do that?
Just do what you normally do and ask questions.
Well, let me see if there's a
Nothing about the blog
workaround.
post, though. We don't want to set him off. Just keep him talking. It'll only take a minute.
Are you gonna get going, or am I gonna have to call someone to make you get going?
Yeah, we don't think he had anything to do.
I didn't.
Yeah?
We were just hoping to get some more background information on the kind of implant he has so we can follow other leads.
Shit. Fine, whatever. I'll tell you what you want, within reason. Doctor-patient confidentiality and all that.
Yeah.
Just promise me it'll get you the hell out of my shop a little sooner.
Deal. sorry for this. Our circumstances have gotten serious. We're following anything we can all the way to the end.
There's no way to hack a VR implant like Charlie's.
Okay.
I mean, you can definitely install hostile firmware on one, but you can't just load whatever program you want without the user's knowledge. Any changes to the loaded firmware will trigger some really obvious visual indicators to let you know something's being changed, and those are put in on the hardware level. I've never heard of anyone being able to circumvent them. The only person who could have loaded hostile firmware on there is me. And don't try and go there. I get paid too much to risk my reputation over changing a few blog posts.
I figured.
What about using the mesh to mess with the implant? Is there some way to change the input remotely?
No, the implant itself doesn't have any kind of wireless connection. You have to use a headset with an induction coil for I/O. Wireless just doesn't have the bandwidth for it. You might be able to try infecting a ROM with some virus that screws with the I/O, but you only use a connection to a ROM for AR HUDs. They can't handle full simulation. You'd need a full rig and a hardline connection to the net to do that.
Okay.
So, I'd give it a big maybe. If that's actually how it all happened, they probably would have found whatever infected his ROM way before you showed up here to bother me.
Okay.
Could it have just been faulty parts? Not to be too blunt about it, but this field of expertise is a little disreputable. Maybe your supplier sent you an implant with something fishy preloaded.
Damn it. Look, I get it. I'm working out of an old auto garage on the bad side of town. But I'm a fully licensed cyber surgery tech. This entire business is legitimate. It isn't illegal to install custom parts or firmware in any current generation implants. It just breaks the warranty. My business keeps a low profile so we don't run into bogus patent infringement lawsuits from Flower Cybernetics or whatever shell company they decide to come after you with. All of my parts are sourced direct from
Flower
the original
popped up there.
manufacturer, completely above board.
All right.
So if they're bad, they were built bad by the factory. Now, is that all? I have appointments to keep.
Thanks for your time.
Yeah, whatever.
You may not know this, but I have a finely tuned sense of electromagnetic fields. All ROMs do.
Okay.
We need to be able to maintain optimal contact with the mesh, catalog and use various wireless transmissions, and avoid areas with dangerously high interference.
Okay.
Your stock off-the-shelf ROM has very little command over the frequencies available to be scanned. But I'm starting to realize how very little of me is stock or off-the-shelf after the changes Hayden made. That means when the humidity is low, the air fairly sings for me, amongst other things.
Sorry, I saw something pop up for a moment that got me to laugh. Tippity means when the humidity. Okay. Not getting your point. I think I am, but...
Meaning, in layman's terms, I could read his monitor over his shoulder while being across the room. Well, some. I doubt I could have handled an LCD monitor. They require extra parts I just don't have. And the fidelity
because it was a
is bit
CRT.
low.
Yeah, you could. I get you.
Anyways, Nanya looked up his client records on Charlie, and I got some of the names of his other customers off of the spreadsheet. One in particular stands out. Shotaro Otsuka.
Okay. What's the relevance?
Mr. Otsuka is a moderately prominent tech blogger, respected, perhaps a bit vitriolic.
Ah, but
He
works
catches
for
my
Vim
attention, though,
or
because
K.
historically he has been very critical of parallax in his posts.
I know what this relates to Zin's company.
Recently, though, the tone has been
Augment's
increasingly
eye.
moderate, and now he is almost effusive in his praise. His fans are accusing him of shilling for the company, but many of his earliest posts show some of the same manipulations that we saw from Augmented Eye and Nova's blog. Now it's like he's being ghost-written entirely.
Alright. Away.
I've marked the location of Shotaro Otsuka's apartment on your map. After you.
Alright, got what we wanted. Hell yeah. Rain.
This is the building.
Son of a bitch, I don't want it to be rainy.
Mr. Otsuka must do well for himself, considering the neighborhood. Not the priciest section of Neo SF, but nice enough for a self-employed tech blogger.
Nicer than our place, I'm gonna guess.
Perhaps we should just ring the bell? We both know it won't be that easy, but it's important to maintain some courtesies.
Cool.
Hey, didn't I see you earlier at TMI?
Hi.
Nice to meet you. I'm Sky. My gym's closed this week for the holidays. Gonna see some family tomorrow.
Nice. Good on you, Sky. I'm gonna be seeing some family later this week, actually. I have a family reunion on the 4th. Oh, hey, Slush. Hello. I didn't see you if you've been here a minute. It's my bad. But yeah, I'm seeing some family on the 4th, just like Sky's apparently gonna be seeing some family. Do you want any update? Do you want any, like, catch up on the story? Because I don't know if you've been here for any of these or not. So the robot we have with me is basically, like, a secret advanced AI that actually has human-level intelligence, which is not something any other robot besides him has. He's basically here because his creator, an old friend of the main characters, got kidnapped, and he wanted us to tag along to solve it. Essentially that's led to us meeting, you know, hackers, company people, what have you. And eventually that led us to realize that Hayden, in fact, was not kidnapped, but he was killed. Hayden being Turing's creator, the robot. So, and we didn't have any leads beyond that, but now we're basically investigating a news company called Augmented Eye. Some of their posts have been getting altered to be more vitriolic to a group called the Human Revolution than they initially were. And that led us to also a group called TMI, where a host called Charlie Nova's posts have been made more vitriolic to the same group than they were actually written as. So we figure someone's, like, somehow altering them through the meshnet, which is essentially just the internet. Yep, and that led us to a CD modifier. He didn't like us too much, but we managed to get info off of him, which has led us to this tech blogger who is facing a similar issue that the Augmented Eye people and Charlie Nova have faced. Essentially, we're trying to find out what the hell is causing. We think it's like an upgrade some of these people are getting from the shady shop I was just at, that are causing things to be able to be hacked and altered through the internet. That guy's not important. He just happens to work for the TMI company Charlie does. He's like a background character I could have talked to at TMI. And now we're at someone else's house who will hopefully actually be a lead and not just another roundabout. But time to ring the doorbell. That guy's not, listen, I don't mean it in a bad way. It's for the better he's not important. He's not in risk of dying. Like the Augmented Eye, that we met the CEO of that company, and after we left they got pushed out their, like, high-story window. She's straight up dead. You know what? Sky's not gonna die. Sky's gonna get to chill out and meet his family. I'd rather be a Sky than a CEO who gets pushed out their window after giving the main character. Exactly, he's living it good.
Greetings, guests. I am LJ2, Shotaro Otsuka's ROM.
Yeah, ROMs are basically everything, like anything. So like a refrigerator can be a ROM, doorbell can be a ROM. I think the sinks and beds are also ROMs.
Shotaro was not expecting any company at this hour, but I will let him know you are here.
Thank you.
Sorry for the wait. Please hold on for just a moment while I fetch him.
I'm sure this will go smoothly.
That's encouraging.
It's not. Dot, dot, dot.
That was odd. Maybe try the bell again.
Greetings, guests. I am LJ2, Shotaro Otsuka's ROM. Shotaro was not expecting any company at this hour, but I will let him know you are here. Sorry for the wait. Please hold on for just a moment while I fetch him.
Is there a sound I missed? Ah, okay.
What is taking so long?
Probably dead.
All right, third time's the charm, right? Once more, with feeling.
I just... you know what? I'll be nice and listen. Alright, no, you know what? Gate is locked. Have to be buzzed. Damn it. With feeling.
Greetings, guests. I am LJ2. Shotaro Otsuka's wrong.
Yeah, this Shotaro Otsuka is totally fucking dead. Or a super recluse.
Shotaro was not expecting any company at this hour, but I will let him know you are here. Sorry for the wait. Please hold on for just a moment while I fetch him.
Ah! Why can't this ever be easy?
I agree,
swear
Terry.
I'll blow out a fuse before we're done. Thank Hayden for system redundancies. Well, that's that. Let's see if we can find a way into Mr. Otsuka's apartment ourselves.
The design is just slightly worn from weather and general outside hazards, but it's in surprisingly good shape. Can I not go in? Gorgeous picture window with engraving and crown molding. At the cat. The little cat bumps its forehead against your knee and starts kneading its paws against the ground. Excuse me. Talk to the cat. I agree. Oh, expert meow. Let's go use the palm tree. Trunk is pricked and rough as far as you can reach. What shaken tree? Actually, you know what? Let me see what happens if I put my... what happened to my items? Why can I not... Oh, I can't put my headphones up against it. That's tragic.
Why do autocabs take so long to get out to this part of the city? Don't they know people have places to go?
I agree, Sky. I mean, I've never ridden a cab. I've only done Uber before. I did Ubers in college. That's the only time I've ever ridden Ubers, because I couldn't walk to the Walmart or like a store that actually had a lot of like things I needed. The college store was not nearly enough, so I sometimes would have to take Ubers to Walmart because I wasn't friends enough with my roommates to really feel comfortable asking them for rides. And I also, you know, money. Not to say Uber was exactly cheap, but yeah. Used it at the very least. Not the worst experience ever. They're holding a colorful umbrella. Wish you had thought ahead like that. Oh, hey, wait a minute. Fire escape.
Mr. Otsuka's apartment is on the second floor.
Yep. Here's some... Dude, those people have got more money than me. That's cool. I mean, not to say Uber is uber pricey, but I remember, like basic 5-minute ride is what it amounted to from, like, from my college to the Walmart was, like, $14 too, or maybe it was, like, $11 too. It was from $11 to $15 too, and then $11 to $15 back. It was basically, I was spending, like, no, I think I'm overpricing it. Essentially, a trip to and back was around the $20 range in itself. Like, not the worst thing ever, but I couldn't imagine doing it every day. Yep, the tip too. I mean, maybe those people don't tip, but hopefully they tip. Otherwise, they're just jackasses.
The fire escape should give us access to his window. We just need something to let us reach it.
Okay.
I'm sure there's some piece of detritus or loose end lying around we could use. Oh, that's how these things always work.
Take a look-see. Did I just reach it?
How do we reach that?
Jump high enough. The pane itself is locked. Can I not climb on that? Blinds are down so you can't see in it, but the window itself is the real view. What items do I have? Nothing that can reach up there? Okay. Talk with you.
You weren't prepared for the weather, huh?
I was not.
Your ROM looks fancy enough to keep track of that.
About that.
You want my umbrella?
Just for a moment.
Not for the weather. We need to use the hook handle to reach the fire escape ladder so we can pull it down.
Oh, You live here and lost your keycard, huh?
Yep.
I totally understand. I do that all the time.
So it's so klutzy and forgetful, Sky. You know
But look,
us.
as much as I'd love to give you this umbrella, I'm kinda using it right now.
That is fair.
Where I come from, see, we're all about equal trades. It's part of our culture.
What would you like?
Gym culture?
Sorry, but unless you've got anything interesting to exchange for it, I'm gonna hold on to this.
Anything interesting?
Don't want to get wet.
You want the headphones?
These are pretty cool, but I'm not big into music. I like video games more. There's no mic on this headset.
Damn it. So you want spoiled milk? Human Revolution brochure. I can't exactly give away the pistol. I need that. Let me see if you have any interest in an old... I don't think he's a celebrity enough, though. ID? Yeah, you want my ID card? See if the business card gets me anywhere. They probably... No, I don't think it will. Let's see if the pistol...
Whoa! Calm down! Calm down! I'll give you the umbrella!
That's not how I meant that.
What? We weren't going to shoot you.
Oh. Then you can't have it.
Yeah, I should have realized it was probably going to play out like that, but, you want this... You know what, I guess I should just... Yeah, fuck it. Let's go business card?
Hey, is this real? The real Yannick Fairlight?
Yeah.
You know him?
Of course I do! He's one of the most innovative tech minds of the last few generations!
Shit, the business card would have worked then. Oh well, all I had to do was threaten to shoot Sky. I'm sure he'll have a fun story to tell the family at least.
Can I please have this? I'll give you the umbrella. Yours to keep if you want.
I think it's a fair trade.
Thanks! Here you go.
Let's fucking go!
This is so exciting! I'm gonna go call him right now!
Well, I'm sure he'll bitch at us about
Call
that.
him. Maybe that wasn't the best idea.
So essentially, Yannick Fairlight's like an old tech person, owned his own company, apparently knows Hayden. We met him earlier in the game when figuring out what happened to Hayden. I'm sure he's still important, but he's essentially like an old retired fucking rich person who used to be in the tech scene, but got ousted when a bigger company merged and eventually kicked him out.
Oh well, now we have our tool, and a pretty spiffy one at that.
That's what
Let's
I'm
go.
saying. Oh wait, let's look at it. Purple umbrella of older variety. Kitschy. Or, yeah, is that right? Kitschy? Is that how that... I don't know if that's how that's pronounced. Honestly, I don't even know what that means. I don't think I've heard that term before.
Excellent work.
Hell yeah. Well, time to... Who's right? Are you ready to find a dead body, Slush? I am. In the window.
This window is unlocked. Let's go in.
What's that smell? It's the smell of a corpse.
I'm not sure. My olfactory sensors detect chemicals associated with decaying food and something else I can't pin down.
Yippee!
It's unfamiliar to me. That's better. Let's take a look around.
Well, let's see. Old food. Old greasy bag of to and fro. A fast food chain the state is famous for. Flies are circling like vultures. Try talking.
Mr. Otska? Shotaro must be plugged into the mesh. He hasn't even noticed us. I feel like I could scream without him knowing.
Probably because he's dead.
Hi, Mr. Otska! Nothing.
Hello, guest. Shotaro has been a bit under the weather recently, so he has not been receiving anyone. He is trying very hard to keep up with his deadlines, but I will check and see if he has a moment to speak with you.
We just checked, and he seems busy.
Is there anything else I might assist you with? A drink, perhaps?
How long has your owner been ill?
Shotaro has been under the weather for some time, but I could not tell you precisely when. He rarely has visitors or goes on outings, so this is only slightly abnormal behavior for him.
Okay.
In fact, you are the first visitor he has had in a while. Several days, in fact. Perhaps you could ask him about it yourself. I will check and see if he has a moment to speak with you.
Is your owner still making blog updates?
He is. Shotaro is a diligent man, even in the face of such adversity. If you are a reader of his work, his next significant piece will be going online tomorrow. I will not spoil it for you.
Thank you, LJ2. I was really worried about being spoiled on the writings. When was your last diagnostic check?
I run regular self-checks and have noticed no irregularities in either my hardware or software. I appreciate your concern. If you think I am behaving erratically, perhaps you could mention it to Shotaro. He is skilled at maintenance.
Oh, that's
Very
okay.
well. Let me know if you need anything. I'm always happy to assist.
Got books. What's on your TV? A fancy news feed made of multiple streams on the mesh idly plays on the TV muted. Ah, fuck it. Hell no, let's see if there's anything interesting. Christmas tree's up, so maybe you're not dead. No, you're totally dead. What am I even... I'm coping.
Oh no, we're too late.
Jesus. Looks like his heart got ripped out or something. Damn. How long has he been here?
It looks like he's been here for a couple of days, maybe a little longer. That means whoever did this did it before we even found out about all of this. Stabbed in the chest, right through the back of the chair. Looks like it severed his carotid artery.
Jesus.
I don't want to make any assumptions, but I can't help but wonder if this was done by the same person who assaulted Zin.
1000%, probably.
His mom doesn't even think anything is wrong. We need to hurry. If I'm right, everyone we've talked to so far is in more danger than we thought. Someone is following us. We have to find his computer so I can see if I can pull anything relevant off of it.
You got it.
You interrogate his ROM. Maybe you can find out why it's acting so strange.
Useful. Alright, let's talk. Oh, not touch. I meant to talk.
Shotaro has been a bit under the weather recently, so he has not been receiving anyone. He is trying very hard to keep up with his deadlines, but I will check and see if he has a moment to speak with you.
Okay.
That's okay. We'll wait.
Is there anything else I might assist you with? A drink, perhaps?
Shotaro is dead.
It shut itself down again. Let's see if we can pull some useful information off of Mr. Otsuka's computer. If we can find it.
Touch sensitive. Entire desk must be Mr. Otsuka's computer.
I'll start downloading these files.
Alright.
I finished my examination of Mr. Otsuka's computer. I didn't find anything particularly interesting, but I copied some files to be examined later.
Hell
We're all
yeah.
done here. We should hurry and go warn Nanya about what we found. Charlie and Sympathy too. They might be in immediate danger, so we must act fast. Let's head for Nanya's business.
Got it. Probably should call someone, but I got a bad feeling that all of you are gonna be dead.
Shit! What the hell are you doing back here? Wait, let me guess. You stole some of my files, or hacked my brain, or used telepathy or some shit. Found out someone else got hit by your little ghost in the machine, and when you got there, found out he was deader than new disco.
Yeah.
That close enough?
That's actually right on the money.
That is distressingly accurate.
Well, it wasn't much of a damned guess. Charlie Nova is dead.
Fuck me.
What? Charlie is...
The auto cab he was in drove him right off the bridge and into the bay. It's been all over the news for the last 10 minutes, and I'm not looking to be next. I'm getting the hell out of NeoSF, and I'm gonna forget that I ever saw you, ever knew Charlie, ever gave a shit about any of this. Hell, maybe I'll pick up a new career. I'm less likely to get murdered for being a fry cook. That's for damn sure. Have a good life!
Well, shit.
Oh no. No. Why is this happening?
Alright, so clearly this is just someone who has, like, all of the technology. This has to be Parallax.
There was no one in that car. No heat signatures, no wireless emissions, nothing. That wasn't even an auto cab. It's a manual. I don't know. That's it. This is too much. I've had enough. I don't care who's controlling the news anymore. Almost everyone we've talked to so far has died, and I can't live with any more blood on my hands. We're not investigating this lead any further. As of right now.
Yeah, no, we can't. Unfortunately, we really cannot give up this lead. This is... Unfortunately, if corpses are dying, that means we're close.
I'm just done. We're completely out of leads, and I can't even imagine watching anybody else die. I couldn't handle that. We have more pressing avenues of inquiry to make. Let's move on.
Game does not autosave. Be sure to save frequently. So that's the end of the chapter that I'm gonna guess. Well, hey. I guess everyone's just dropping like flies around us at the moment.
Well, we should go to Melody's home and at least meet her.
I guess let me commit to this save. We're gonna call this, for now, Everyone. Give me a moment. Oh, I can't do the emoticons. I can't add emoticons to the save. Tragic. I was gonna do like the old like smile emoticon. Or not the emotic, whatever the Japanese versions are called, where I'd use the like carrots. Actually tragic. They're calling that save the Everyone Died save for the time being. Yippee! Yippee!
Let's keep it the path we're on.
Okay. We're never gonna make it anyway, will T? Very brittle and dry, dead. I know for a fact I frickin' took care of that thing. I have no idea how it died. Alright, off to Flower Mansion. Something wrong?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was wool gathering. I see we've arrived at the Melody Flores residence. It's quite impressive. But that's to be expected, considering that she is still the majority owner of the Flower Cybernetics Group. Despite retiring from day-to-day operations at the company,
Well, let's hope we're not about to walk in on a corpse,
I
huh?
wonder how she and Hayden first began working together. Sorry, back on task. Is there anything you'd like to know before we head inside?
Is she alive? What can you tell me about Melody? Actually, I want to know all of this. Let's give me a rundown of Flower.
Cybernetics was established in the early 2000s by Melody's mother, Antonella.
Okay.
It started out developing cutting-edge medical tech, including advanced prosthesis and nanoparticle diagnostic and treatment technologies. They were vastly successful when they perfected the first synthetic nerve mesh, allowing direct connection and control between the nervous system and a cybernetic prosthesis.
Fuck that. Actually, wait, no, that's not... I thought that was the internet. No, that's like... Wait, isn't that just how, Obviously, I could be wrong, because I don't know a lot about prosthetics. Aren't that just what most prosthetics are at the moment, is, like, getting the nervous system to get, like, recognize the prosthetic as, like, part of the body? I'm not too familiar with prosthetics. I don't know if anyone in chat is either, to be fair, but I thought that's, like, kind of the point of prosthetics as they are, is to, like, you know, get an artificial thing that the nervous system somehow still recognizes as part of the body to work. Or I guess I'm thinking the more advanced ones, like the one, like, I guess the arm one is the main one I'm thinking, like the one that actually looks like an arm, or like has the shape of an arm. But obviously, I don't know anyone was with prosthetics, so I've never really asked about them too much.
The majority of their early projects were defense technologies for the American military.
Okay.
Developing ruggedized military prosthesis for use on injured soldiers, and then eventually electively for special forces. This research line culminated in the development of brain-controlled androids as shock troops, long since barred by international law.
Excuse me. Alright.
Melody took over the company from her aging mother, and she fought against developing further military hardware from that point on. She pushed the company to use the BCA technology for the company's original goals of medical advancement, as well as developing the first direct link virtual reality implants.
So the medical company decided to focus on military, and then was forced back to medical use by the new CEO. Huh. You know, the only unrealistic thing here is them resorting back to medicine instead of sticking with military. I feel like there's a lot of shit where it just sticks with military, but I could be completely wrong.
The company is largely successful on a global scale, despite continued legislative movement against extensive cybernetic use, especially brain implants.
I just realized, do you think this game's like, you think people who play this game and like the only brain implant they think of is like Neuralink, the one that's been shown, like, or at least the news around it is just like how everything, like anything that's been attached to it, or most anything attached to it, dies. I feel like Neuralink kind of takes the oomph out of like the brain implants angle, but you know, I'm not gonna let that affect, you know, that's a bit unfair to this game to be like, ah, well, real life example made by the worst tech guy around currently. It seems like this story's pretty unrealistic. Unless there are more brain implant stuff than Neuralink, but Neuralink's the only one that I've heard that's like an actual brain implant that's around. And a lot of the talk around that is not positive at the moment. Obviously, I don't know if anything's happened with, because I know they put it in actual people. I don't know if anything's happened there or not, though. I feel like I saw a story about one of the humans they put it into, something bad happening to them, but I don't remember if I actually did or not. What can you tell me about Melody?
Not a whole lot. She's largely private, in contrast to her mother's penchant for courting a media circus. Several biographies of former Flower executives show her as intensely passionate about demilitarizing the company to the point of absolute viciousness in the boardroom. But it's been a long time since her days of fighting for the company, and she's since stepped away from the helm.
Okay.
There's talk that she's lost her spine in her old age, but... well, I'd take that with a grain of salt.
Alright, will do.
She may have retreated from the corporate battlefield, but you don't change the entire direction of a company as large as Flower if you're a quitter. Stay on your toes.
Will do. Yannick have a fallout with Melody.
He did, and I can't shine much light on that. I know that System 1 worked with Flower to help develop the first operating systems for the Direct Link virtual reality implants, so perhaps it happened during that time.
Excuse me. Alright.
Also, Flower eventually went with a different company for future models of the implant, but there was never any public talk of a personal falling out between the heads of the companies.
Alright.
I'll scrape the mesh for more rumors, but they'll only be that, rumors. I can do my best to parse fact from fiction, but it blurs too much for me to be sure what's real.
Let's go ahead and head in.
No time like the present, then.
Let's ring the doorbell. And hope there's not a dead body this time. Well, that's not quite what I was expecting. That is not what I was expecting at all from ringing the doorbell. Hi. Is Melody home?
Your guess is as good as mine. Mine says we can go in.
That's what mine says too.
Should we?
Head in.
Oh, wow! Swanky!
Pay attention, Turing.
Oh, Ms. Flores! Excuse us for the intrusion. My name is Turing.
Oh, I know who you are.
I can explain. I know you don't like Dr. Fairlight very much, but I assure you there's a situation.
Fairlight? I didn't realize Hayden's research had become a charity case. Though I suppose little boy Yannick will throw money at anything that raises his profile on the mesh.
Alright, so yeah, you and Yannick don't like each other. Got it.
Wait, you know Hayden? Also, we actually only just met Dr. Fairlight yesterday.
Oh, that's too bad. Now Pat won't have to eat you.
What?
Though I'm not sure your gears would have been good for his digestion.
Actually, madam, I'm not comprised of gears.
Well, either way, he's on a diet. This philosophy is how I lead my life. Sometimes you eat the bear, and sometimes the bear, well, he eats you.
What the fuck does that even mean? That is not a philosophy. That's just saying sometimes you benefit and sometimes you lose. I can come up with bullshit proverbs too. Sometimes I drink the soda and sometimes I piss the soda. What the fuck? I can say gibberish too. You're not special, lady. Sorry, I just processed what the hell I actually said. Ugh, Jesus.
Do you understand?
No.
Not really.
Look, I don't have all day to entertain you, Turing, nor your new friend. Not even for Hayden. You don't have time to waste if you're going to find him either.
Right.
Well, I'm not finding Hayden. I'm finding Hayden's corpse. But let's talk.
If you were one of Fairlight's worker bees, you wouldn't have made it through the door. So why are you here to badger me about poor Hayden?
Because he's dead.
You have me at a disadvantage, Ms. Flores. You seem far ahead of us on this matter.
Just call me Melody, darling. And of course. But I'll share a secret or two with you.
I have so many questions. Do you know what's happened to Hayden?
I wish I didn't. Maybe you don't want to either.
But we know he's
Please,
dead.
Melody, any information you might have. We haven't had access to any of his research notes, and couldn't track down any collaborators he may have been working with. Perhaps if we know more, we might be able to nail down a solid motive.
Well, I don't know if I can speculate on that, beyond the usual corporate infighting. Not that Parallax is known for that, of course.
Okay.
We had been catching up recently, and he mentioned feelings of being watched. He started to worry he had been discussing your development with the wrong people.
Okay.
When he stopped returning my calls, and now that you've shown up with a total stranger, it becomes clear what happened.
I see. Can you tell us anything else about his disappearance?
Oh, I'm afraid not, dear. I've been around long enough to know what's coincidence and what isn't.
We were hoping you might be able to shine some light on my origins. Fairlight mentioned that you had worked with Hayden in the past.
I see Hayden didn't neglect curiosity in your personality makeup. Well, you and I haven't properly met, but considering how often Hayden badgered me for design schematics of Flower's latest neural implants, I might as well be your aunt?
Funny, yeah. I'm glad you're seeing the bear now. Yeah, the bear's what let us in. I don't know if you saw it or not, but when I rang the doorbell for this place, the bear's who answered the door. The bear's like the waiter. Or the butler, sorry. Like the butler or servant of the house.
We'll go with that. I wouldn't mind being an aunt, even to a blue-headed robot.
I'm touched, Melody.
Well then, I'm willing to answer your questions, for now.
Okay. How did you help Hayden with Turing?
Indeed. I don't see the connection between your company and Hayden's research into machine sapience.
Oh, Hayden wasn't researching machine sapiens. At least not primarily.
Okay.
Not to diminish the importance of your creation, Turing, but it's best you know the truth.
Excuse me.
Hayden is mainly interested in developing a way to transfer human consciousness into a machine matrix.
Oh, okay.
You can see why neural implants would obviously be an integral part of that.
Oh, I didn't realize.
How would Turing's development help with digitizing the human mind, and can you elaborate on your involvement? I mean, I think I see the dots how, but I probably should clarify in case I'm off. How would Turing's...
The concept of transferring the human mind into a computer has been an attractive goal for decades.
Okay.
Functional immortality is...
appetizing?
Powerful lure. The brain is an immensely complicated machine, and even though we know the right buttons to push to make pictures show up, we still can't replicate the entire thing as a technological construct. Even with the virtual reality implants, we're really just relying on the brain's ability to make sense of nonsensical signals.
Okay.
So Hayden decided the best way to make a machine more like the human brain would be to work in the opposite direction. Instead of mimicking how the human brain worked, he started writing code that mimicked the functioning of the human mind. Think of it like convergent evolution. Two species adapt in similar ways, but on completely different continents.
Okay.
Hayden is a crack programmer when it comes to information collating. It's why Parallax hired him when they did. So he wrote a bunch of self-modifying learning algorithms that were, frankly, baffling, and let them loose. Poke and prod them here and there to make sure they value the same things humans do. And we eventually end up with you, Turing.
Yippee! Yippee! Turing! Yippee!
Interesting. Hayden never revealed any of this to me.
I imagine he's pretty tight-lipped. You were the first prototype he considered a real success, and he was afraid of contaminating your development before he had a chance to make good observations.
Can you elaborate on your involvement?
Phew, if you can even call it involvement. It's a small city, and if you're in the tech sector, you are never more than 2 degrees removed from anyone else. When he started looking into this pet project of his, he came right up to my door and demanded access to the research logs behind our earlier implants.
Okay.
Cheeky, but it was impactful and disruptive, as they like to say around here.
God, that really is tech speak, isn't it? I feel like I have heard impactful and disruptive to talk about for tech speak very often. Or at least, yeah, no, I've maybe not often, but throughout my life, I feel like impactful and disruptive are like the 2 buzzwords that fucking tech things love to describe themselves. Kinda eye-roll inducing when I hear it in tech relation nowadays, to be honest.
I couldn't care less about Flowers' patents anymore, so I gave him what he wanted, just to see what he would do. I'm frankly more impressed than I expected I would be, but don't tell him that.
I'm not gonna be able to tell him shit.
Don't worry. I won't.
Oh, that was a compliment, dear.
Hayden wasn't interested in Turing's development.
I didn't say that. Hayden was quite interested in Turing, even if he is just a step to further research. In fact, he was preparing to publish his findings involving Turing, and I know it's going to make one heck of a splash in the scientific community.
It's not. Well, I mean, maybe,
See,
but...
The most impressive part about you, Turing, is that you're surprisingly stock.
I assure you, Melody, my construction involves only the latest and greatest in ROM prototype technology.
Exactly. You're not off the shelf, but you're still just a souped-up ROM, more or less like every other one out there. Your personality algorithms are impressive, but they don't require some new space-age technology to work.
Yeah, I
Hayden
didn't even
is
think of
going
that
to
angle.
propose that human consciousness transference does not require special brain-like hardware architecture, but merely the right software wrapper to interface with the hardware.
You know, I'm starting to see, so for reference, I know I briefly touched, but Human Revolution are essentially a group who dislike any cybernetic enhancement whatsoever, and heavily protest it and try to get things in government to say that any cybernetic enhancement should not be allowed, and that they're basically that people are veering away from being human if they take any cybernetic enhancement. So, when we found Hayden's body, there was Human Revolution graffiti, which at first seemed like a red flag, but now hearing this, what Hayden's research actually is, I'm kind of leaning that Human Revolution may have actually had some involvement. Because this sounds like something that would be like the biggest of no-nos to what they believe.
Much like how you function.
And, the other reason I think this is because, like, the head honcho of the Human Revolution branch that we talked to, that's in San Francisco, is someone who was at one point friends with that Dr. Yannick when they were both doing technology stuff. So it's like, I don't think it'd be impossible for the Human Revolution guy to have heard about Hayden and possibly looked into it or secondhand sourced his way into learning about what Hayden's up to.
I suppose that is correct. Still, my personality matrices do take up substantial amounts of my processing power. Wouldn't custom hardware have capabilities that better serve such a demanding specialized task?
Sure. There's still plenty of reason in trying to make a computer that works just like a human brain. Efficiency is an important part of that. But if Hayden can emulate the human mind in existing technology, it means we can start the immortality now, rather than waiting for hardware to catch up with Hayden's software. Frankly, I'm not terribly interested in living forever, but there's more than enough people who are.
Thank you for this, Melody. I understand so little of my origins.
Well, I'm sorry I don't know more of the specifics. Hayden kept me up to date on his progress, but only in the vaguest of ways. If you can hunt down his notes, I'm sure they'll tell you more.
Of course, we'll keep looking. Now, perhaps we could ask some other questions?
Sure.
What's the story between you and Fairlight? I figured I may as well know since I've had to interact with both.
Oh, hell, that old bastard and I have been flashing daggers at each other for the better part of 20 years.
Okay.
I contracted out the software development for our first-gen direct-link VR neural implants to System 1.
Alright.
Things were going great, but after the first models sold like gangbusters, Yannick tried to get into bed with me. Literally.
Ah! I see.
I turned him down. Very politely, I might add. And then, suddenly, all of the cooperation between our companies dried up.
So Yannick's a horny old bastard then, huh? Well, I guess in that case a horny young bastard, but... I see.
We've been at it back and forth ever since. I'd be damned careful about trusting him if I were you.
Don't worry, I was already on, like, the iffy side, so this just adds to the iffiness.
He's a snake, and he'll do anything he can to get what he wants. Still, I suppose if he tried again now, I might not turn him down. It would be fun to needle him about me still having my own company when he doesn't have his.
Oh, Jesus. Well, that's not where I expected the convo to go. Oh, Jesus Lord. Fuck it, you know what? I'm gonna make the joke. Hear me out, everyone. Hear me out. Hear me out. All I'm saying, hear me out. Just fucking main character, just beg, like, give me a chance, please! Please! Oh, God. Jesus Christ, what a fucking awful bit. Oh, Lord Almighty. I think that's everything we need to know.
I can get back to my retirement.
Alright, have a good one.
Thank you for your time, Melody. We'll be in touch later.
Oh, one more piece of information for you, if you'd like it.
Uh-huh.
I've got the contact info for a Vincent Mensa, who I think might be of help to you. Vincent was working more closely with Hayden inside Parallax, mostly on his company-approved research on data collating algorithms for the mesh. I'll send him a message and ask him to meet you somewhere.
Fucking hell. Yeah, alright.
He owes me a favor anyway, and might be able to give you some more information on anything else Hayden may have been working on.
Uh-huh.
That would be fantastic, Melody. Perhaps Golden Gate Park?
Be careful, Turing. I don't like Fairlight's stench all over this scenario. Don't show him too many of your cards.
I'll do my best not to.
Cards? This euphemism is unfamiliar to me.
Don't tell him anything if you can. Fairlight is more dangerous the more he's informed.
you, Aunt Melody. Wish us luck.
I'll talk to the polar bear. Here's Slush Polar Bear time. I'm gonna touch him. He will offer service when and only... Okay, well, fair enough. Can I ask to pet him? Have all day to entertain you, Turing, or your journalist friend. Had to look... Okay. Hi, Pat. So, Gur and stuff? There you go, there's the polar bear. It's you coded, Slush, it's the polar bear. Sorry, I'm just thinking to Melody. Ay. There's a lot of jokes I could make that I'm holding back on. Let's just say that. I'm trying not to make too many of those style jokes. But let's actually get back to the story and look for fucking, what the hell's his name? Vincent. Wait, what? I was already... Oh, wait, yeah. PG Park. Oh, well, shit. I'm gonna guess you're, Vincent?
Can I help you? I don't really have time to talk. I'm waiting for someone.
Wait, hold on, motherfucker, is that, oh, fuck, what, he was a pro wrestler, he was called Mace in WWE, or Mace. Oh, bad gimmicks the guy had, but he's a football player too, he does streaming. No, wait, no, I think I'm thinking the wrong guy maybe, but let me hear more of the voice.
Are you Vincent Mensa?
I feel like I recognize the voice, but I could be off on it. I need to hear it more.
We're here for a meeting on behalf of Melody Flores.
Oh, good. You're Melody's people.
Wait, no, yeah, I got the wrong person. Is that fucking Austin Creed? Yeah, I had the wrong guy initially. It's not the, Brendan guy I'm thinking of. Is that fucking Austin Creed maybe, though?
Do you have everything that I asked for?
Hold on, I need to look this up. 24 Vincent voice. Oh, wait. Son of a bitch, it is. Yeah, so, the person who voice acts this character is a pro wrestler in the WWE. He goes under the name Xavier Woods in WWE. His real name is... his real name's not Austin Creed. That's a different pro wrestling name he went under, I think. But, yeah, no. The person who's voice acting Vincent is a pro wrestler in WWE called Xavier Woods. That's where I recognize the voice from. I had the wrong pro wrestler who's also a gamer at first. I knew I fucking recognized the voice. It just took a moment for it to click.
There must be some miscommunication. Melody said that you would be able to provide us with some information about Hayden Weber's projects within Parallax.
Kind of insane this never got any advertising from WWE then, because I feel like if you have one, I feel like if one of their stars did voice acting, I figured some cross promotion would be done to promote it, to be like, hey guys, check out WWE superstar Xavier Woods in 2064, but nothing like that ever popped up from what I remember. Excuse me. Huh. I wonder if that was like because I know he has like a YouTube thing called Up Up Down Down that has a bit more independence from WWE, like it's affiliated, but I think it, like, he owns that and not WWE. So maybe that's why. Maybe it's because it was like through the Up Up Down Down connections he got this gig as opposed to his WWE connections. Very interesting though, not the voice I expected to hear while playing this game.
He has gone missing, and any information we get may be useful.
Damn that old woman.
What?
We had a deal. She promised me, and I'm not giving up anything until I get what I need.
Voice acting's a bit shoddy, but...
I already know Hayden is missing. Why else would I be willing to sell corporate secrets to Flower? This was my chance to get out of the city.
Yeah, voice acting's a bit shoddy. I'm just a bit off-put that it's... I mean, then again, he's not really a voice actor. He's more of a real-life actor, wrestler type thing, so... Not too shocked that the... You would think pro wrestlers having to talk often would make them good at voice acting, but like most pro wrestling voice acting I've heard has been shoddy at best. Most pro wrestlers are not the best at voice acting when they have to.
Instead, she sends the two of you, hat in hand, with nothing. I'm assuming you're Hayden's little pet AI?
Insulting, but accurate.
Look, I'm sorry to come off callous. I do want to help.
What you get for... I mean, yeah, no, that is fair. That is fair. That is a fair critique, Slosh. And a fair point you present. I do agree with it. I'm just off put. I can understand why it happened. So, basically, so I can explain this a bit better. He probably didn't get this gig for being a WWE wrestler, because in WWE, he is popular, don't get me wrong, but he's more of a tag team wrestler, which is essentially like 2v2 style matches. And tag team wrestlers are not really typically pushed as like the most popular people in a company. He is a very popular guy, like him and his group called The New Day were very popular for a minute, but that was in spite of them being a tag team, because WWE really does not push tag teams as like their big stars for the most part. He probably got this gig because he has a YouTube channel called Up Up Down Down, which is like him and other wrestlers playing games and stuff like that. Basically, it's a gaming channel that he runs featuring other pro wrestlers on occasion, but it's mostly gaming based, so I think that's probably what got him, is the Up Up Down Down gaming stuff. Because he is very popular through that, and he is a very passionate gamer. So I think that's probably what got them to hit him up on this. But that's not disagreeing with the no VA experience. I'm just elaborating a bit more on like what got him. Think of this as more like if who the fuck's the YouTuber who got voice? Think of it like JonTron and Ukulele before they kicked him off that project. That's what it is. Like popular YouTuber who happens to like X style video game gets gig as a result. Probably is what happened here. Sorry, I couldn't think of any YouTube voice acting off the top of my head. All I could think of are disgraced YouTubers. JonTron or Gerard. Both of them awful for different reasons. I can't think of any other YouTuber stuff I've seen really pop up. Also, I think they took the Gerard stuff off the game. I'm thinking like Sea of Stars. Gerard pops up in that. Also known as the Completionist for reference. I think that's the more familiar name. But, yeah, I think they took him out of that just like JonTron was taken out of Ukulele. So, you know, I guess the moral of the story is don't put YouTubers in your projects for the most part. Although I don't think, as far as I know, Xavier Woods has ever been accused of doing anything shitty. Not to say he's like those two. I just happen to think of those two and how they're kind of disgraced YouTubers to some extent.
Hayden was a colleague and a friend, and I want to know he's okay. But I also need help getting the hell out of Neo SF, and now. My info is my leverage, and it's not for free. I'll just have to find another buyer. Maybe after I make another deal, I'll be able to pass it to you.
Perhaps we could assist you? My friend here is a terrific journalist. Being skilled at hunting down people and information is part of the job.
I don't know. Look, I need 100,000 credits, an untraceable car, and a fake passport for me and my wife, Francesca. If you can get me all that, I'll give you anything you want. Hayden's research notes, what I know about
Give me a
Parallax,
quick moment.
my company's security credentials,
My dad
whatever.
just decided to randomly call on me. Hello, I am back now. I know, it was quick. Turns out it was nothing too important. He just wanted to know what I was up to, know if I was here or working today. Thank you.
If you're really sure journals can come up with that kind of stuff in one day.
We might be able to do that.
Might?
Answering some other questions first?
Dear God, I'm doomed.
Melody only gave us a rough sketch of what you need. The more you can tell us about the situation,
Need to go pick up some food. See you later, Slush. Have a good time. Stay safe. Make sure you eat tasty foods. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Sure, as long as it isn't the juicy stuff.
Yeah. Okay. You for Parallax.
I'm the head applications engineer for their data analysis division. Or maybe was, is what I should be saying. If Hayden is the big brain who comes up with the math that runs the search algorithms, I'm the guy who figures out how to collect and apply the data that we get. We've worked pretty closely for years, but he's head and shoulders above me as far as theory goes. Hayden built a fully independent machine intelligence in his spare time. Don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to bash myself here. I'm a good software engineer, probably one of the best. But machine intelligence? In a form factor like yours? Now that blows my mind. We've got full immersion, virtual reality, yet most people would still call you science fiction.
If you say so.
Why are you so adamant about getting out of Neo SF?
Because Parallax is rotting from the inside out. Hayden going missing is the last straw, and it's a big-ass straw. There is... how do I put this without giving it away? There's a new project about to roll out, and it's going to change everything about how Parallax does their business worldwide. Since the launch of the MeshNet, we've had some board shakeups, and the people at the top are different from the ones who've previously run the company.
Okay.
The altruism the company displayed in the past is gone. They're harder, more ruthless, and more concerned with profits and power than ever before. Not just richest company in the valley power either. Real power. My guess? Parallax got rid of Hayden because he was about to do something that would get in the way of that. If they're willing to get rid of the brightest mind on their payroll, what's to stop them from getting rid of me? There's a half dozen people who could do my job. So I'm getting out before I accidentally step on the wrong person's toes and end up at the bottom of the bay.
Fair enough. You know anything about Hayden's disappearance then?
Nothing concrete. I probably wouldn't have noticed anything out of the ordinary.
Okay.
I mean, Hayden goes out for a couple days all the time, right? Conferences and guest teaching. He doesn't exactly share his itinerary with me. I tried asking around and no one will say anything. If he had jumped ship, went to a different company, it would be the talk of the week at the water coolers. Instead, dead silence. Thankfully, he allowed me to keep backups of most of his work, simply because I cross-referenced it so much. He didn't like having it all in one place anyway. Bring me what I asked for, and I'll tell you more.
Alright. Thank you. We'll go get this thing.
Sure. I guess I can stick around here for a while. I need to make some calls anyway. If you do manage to get what I need, bring it here today and you'll get anything you want. Forwarding photos and info for the passports to Turing now. And I really hope you can do this. I'd rather give it to you than some other corporation anyway. See you soon.
I'm not quite sure where to get fake passports or an untraceable card.
Guess we'll have to find out.
The only shady folks we know are those punks who vandalized Hayden's apartment. I doubt they could point us in the right direction, but a long shot is better than no shot. They might agree to help us in repayment for the damage done to the apartment. They seemed remorseful. We should check Market Street for them, in case they regularly hang out there. As for the rest, perhaps Dr. Fairlight or Melody could spot us the credits. That certainly is no small amount, but is unlikely to cause much consternation for either of them,
Probably ask
assuming
Melody.
they are as dedicated to helping as they claim. Melody is assumably home as usual, and Fairlight did let us know he'd be at the hospital. We could ask either of them for assistance. Up to you to decide which would be a better course of action.
Considering Hayden kept in contact with Melody, although Melody could be the wrong one and just gaslight. Our time. Done. But I think I am gonna call it here for today, because I do gotta hang out with someone at 3, so I do want to keep my word on that and not get too big into this and lose track of time. But it was fun streaming again. Again, I really do like streaming. It's tough finding the time for it, unfortunately, somewhat. I just gotta be better at finding the time where I can do it, and also, you know, I don't want it to be an all-consuming thing where I can't talk with other people as a result of it. But I also don't want to, like, never stream. There's the big... It's not so much my job that's the issue. It's trying to keep a social balance as well as, you know, streaming balance that I'm struggling with. It's like, I don't want to completely neglect socializing with people to do this, but then I also, you know, I also want to do this, but it feels like I let the social take over, and obviously, realistically, that's not the worst thing ever, but I'm never gonna really get anywhere with this if I don't try to, like, balance it out a bit better. Hopefully that makes sense in what I'm saying. But anywho, I had a good time with this stream. I will try to stream again when I'm able to, and until then, I'll see you all later. Bye-bye.